Let's talk about the Baby C again. I'm actually got a brand new chain on this power saw, my Hot Rod 371, the Iron Horse saw. Okay, so I run Oregon chain, Oregon EXL, which is full house chain, hand file or ground, square ground, and I square grind by hand, but majority I square grind with these suckers. Got another one right there. Bobby Walker set that one up. It grinds really nice right now. That's the one I've been following with for 20 years. I've just learned in the past year to square file, hand file with square. And I do it completely different than 90% of the people out there, which doesn't surprise me because I'm kind of a weirdo. But it cuts. But we've all heard of the Baby C. I call it the Baby C. It's not easy. It's not. I'll show you what it is right now. More on the Baby C. Okay, so here's the file size. Okay, here, just take a look for a second at the file I use. That's the file I use. Right there. That's it. That's the Baby C. Right there. You ask yourself, well, Buggin, how does that work? How are you going to make that work when it looks like that? You tell me. How is that going to work? Well, it's going to work like that. And you're going to leave the gullet in. You understand? That's how it's going to work. Okay? So, I've done one just to show you what it looks like, and you'll see it when it comes up. Watch. Well, that's definitely not it. And that's definitely not it. And that's definitely not it. Nor is that. Nor is that. Well, where is it then, you ask yourself, Billy Ray? Where is it? Well, let's see if we can... Ooh, wait a minute. Hey, hold on. What's that? Well, that, my friends, is the Baby C. See that little flake right there at the top? I just finished filing that right there. That is the Baby C. It looks like ground chain, but it's round. See? See that? That's how that works. So I'm interjecting because this is where, right here, like right now, in this point in the video, on the back of that truck's tailgate, right there, turned around in the carport, where I was looking at this, filming, showing, and explaining to you, friends of mine, what the Baby C is and how I do it. And a notion hit me. And this is where the chip dump started. Right here. This is it. So just stick with me on this if this interests you at all. Friends, I'm just... At this stage of my life, I would not even think of boring you or wasting anyone's time. And I've said this in the beginning of this channel. I'm not here to waste nobody's time, especially mine. And not to sound selfish, but I ain't got time to waste. And nor do you, actually. So if you are interested in knowledge on power saw chain and getting your chains, just trying different things, friends, it cuts. That's all I can say. I'll show you in this video. It freaking cuts. And I'm actually going to probably play with this a little bit, because the square ground filing is very difficult for a lot of people. They say it's difficult. I'm getting onto it, and I'll probably end up square filing. That'll probably be my next maybe comparison, is a square ground compared to this here with the chip dump. You only do the chip dump once. You build the chip dump. It's like doing your rakers. You do it, but of course you do rakers more, but the chip dump is built. You build it when you get the chain. Boom, done. It's over. Then it's just straight up round file from there. But remember what happens here. I changed to a 5/30 seconds chain. I'm just showing you how I build the baby C here, and then I switch over to a 5/30 seconds file. And that's what the chip dump. So don't make no mistake. The chip dump is built with that file, the 1/4 inch file, or pardon me, the eighth file, right? The eighth file. The chip dump is built with an eighth, but the cutting edge is built with 5/30 seconds. Wow. It only takes half the chain. Very interesting. Look at that. I'm going to try it again. I'm starting with a fresh chain. Okay, friends. So, just to give you an idea of what we're doing, I'm using a 5/30 seconds file. You know that I was using the smaller one, the one step down from this, but I'm on an experiment road right now. I want to learn all about, like, I'm getting my square filing down, and that's probably where I'll end up, is square hand filing. I like it. I love my round filing for dirty residential stuff, but I'm digging square hand right now. It's coming to me, but I want to try one more run of something abstract, and that's with a 5/30 seconds file on 3/8 chain. Okay, friends, so we are into this. Now we're going right into the chip dump. This is it. So the eighth file now is only used for the chip dump. So here we go. This is the 5/30 seconds file now. So this is the chip dump chain. I go right under the tooth, and it creates a little shot for the chip. So I'm actually going right like underneath like that. It wipes this little spot out for the chip. Then I come up. And what ends up happening, I'm getting right into this now. Yeah, this is interesting, friends. I like this. So what you get is a chip shoot. Okay, this is what you get. I'll show you. You get a chip shoot. Right there. See it? See the chip shoot? So here it is stock. Sorry. There it is stock, right? So your round file would take all this material, right? It would just, this is the smallest file we got right here. And this was the baby C, right? That's what the baby C was this, okay? But if I come down here now and go like this, right? Just like this. And I'm going to create this chip dump. See it there? Right here. And it's a little avenue for the chip. See, I'm not even touching the freaking cutting surfaces. See that? I'm kind of interested. Stock. Out of the box. Right? Out of the box. Not stock. Chip dump. 8th file. Chip dump. See? Then 5/30 seconds underneath there. I'm a little bit blown away, to be very honest. Yeah, but we're not here long. It was my eagerness and, what do you call it? I was, what's that word I'm looking for? Curious to see what these, I just filed them yesterday. Well, the Baby C I've been running, but this other one, scary, straight up scary. Not far off square ground, straight goods. I wouldn't be bluffing you. Okay, so this is what I'm doing for my chip dump. This is the 8th file, the 8th, like, you know the 530 seconds files, friends, that we use for the top-end saws? You know the ones, right? The 530 seconds? Well, that's 530 seconds right there, which is like the smallest file tree guys usually use, right there, this one. Okay, so I'm using it for a chip dump. And what I mean by that is this. Let's get this centered in the camera, okay? This is what I mean right here. I'll show you. Once she starts running smooth, right there. Okay, check this out. There. That's what I mean by chip dump. See that right there? Okay. Right there. So this goes in here like that. It's touching, it's not even touching the cutting edge. See that? See what we're doing? I'm not even touching the side plate. I'm touching the inside of the tooth. That's it. It's the only thing I'm grabbing. And you end up with this kind of a traveling zone for chip. I have seen some of this stuff get done back in the racing days. Some of my logger buddies doing the logger sports, okay? And they call it I call it a chip dump. I don't know what they call it. Okay, maybe this will help. Well, it probably will help. Okay. See? Look at this. Right? Good, you? Look at this, friends. Look at how smooth that's going through there. Okay, buddy, I love you. All right. Watkins chip dump. See that? Yeah, so friends, I don't know if you noticed this is the saw here. And I don't know if you noticed in the video, but there was a slight bit of raggedness on the chain. Well, that's gone. That was gone after I actually filed pardon me. This is the 530 seconds here, and I don't know if that's visible. I don't know if that's visible to you right there. Once it's in, it's just this. Like that's it. That's the 530 seconds file right there. That's how that goes. See this? Like it's no different. That's why I talk about the gullet in this chain, right? The gullet in this chain, yes, obviously is down low, but it's not. The gullet is refers to the low part of the C. So in this chain, the gullet would be not here. Yes, that's the gullet. Yes, it is. It's the gullet of this particular chain. But in the C, you can see how that runs. This is a 530 seconds. The baby C is even smaller. The baby C is shown in the video. Here we go. And I shank this off. This is my new little thing because it sticks out. You don't see it here. You only see it on the outside. See that? You see what I did to it? Further up in the video, but the baby C is more like that. Okay. I want this to be crystal clear. Baby C. Investigate the chain, friends. This cuts. Notice the rakers lower because it's a smaller C and it needs to pick up the chip. It's a smaller chip. Okay, we're going to go over to here now. See the difference? Look at the size of the chain. Same chain, I'm just way back down. But that is, look at, that's 5/32 file. This is the baby C. That is that 1/8 size file. Interesting, isn't it? You see that? 5/32. 1/8. This is 5/32. It's a bigger file. So this is different than the baby C. You see that? So look at here now. Okay? You see? So it, right? There she be. Like it, all the raggedness is gone because I filed it after. So if you really take a close look at this, here, let's put this in here. So that's 5/32. Okay? So really, you can actually see the dark part would be the gullet, obviously. So in the baby C, she's much smaller. The baby C is a completely different filing job than this. Nice little spot in here now, friends. It used to be really like this, and I just kept working it and working it and working it, and it's worth it because of that, right? And then there's another big blow down there that we got to work on. So yeah, sorry friends, rocking and rolling there, but the old Merc, she just squeezes in there. You get these tight trees here and there. Cut a few stumps down right there. This guy here was a cedar stump. It was just, Ganji's been after my Nick's boots. He heard me say they were a little small, so he come home from camp and he jumped on them. Actually, I knew they'd be for him. As soon as I tried them on, Nick's has been kind enough to, mention they would get another set for me, which is pretty sweet. I just kind of whipped them on. I had to sneak them out of Hogan's clutches for a day here, for a couple hours anyways. I'm just gonna play around. All right, skis. So this is our Hot Rod 372 with our ram horn muffler with a filing technique I've never done. It just kind of morphed along into this. And I don't know if you'll see it in this light, but I built a chip dump for this thing. Yeah, there. See that? See that filing down low? That's the 1/8 file, just to build the chip dump. You know, friends, do you remember when me and Rob were working on the old Pioneer? We called her the Lady of the Evening. Yeah. So we got the Lady of the Evening here, and try her. She's an amazing saw. I've never seen a big old Pioneer like this, actually. I've never seen a big old Pioneer like this, actually. And we got the iron horses, couple of hot rods. But what's important there is the filing. We go.